Hey everyone, how's it going? It's That Nerd Ryan here, and today we are going to be talking about the Sony universe and why it's garbage. I know we covered the DCEU last week. I kind of wanted to cover each cinematic universe and talk about why it's good or why it has flaws. So eventually when we talk about the MCU, we'll talk about why it's been good. Also, I am going to have a water on me. If you can't tell, my voice is a little messed up because I'm getting over being sick, so I apologize. And I mean, obviously, if you watch my videos daily, you know that I didn't post anything on Friday and Thursday because I was sick. And because I had a fun time. So, anyways. So, Sonyverse really only consists of, like, 2 or 3 movies, and it's already a failing universe. The movies are Morbius, Madam Web, actually 5 movies, I'm sorry, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and coming up, Kraven. Kraven's the next one. Kraven looks okay, but it looks terrible to be a intertwined movie. Venom is probably the best one out of all of it, which isn't saying much. If you took the best shit on something, it's still shit. Let There Be Carnage was cool, but a mess. Madam Web made me want to shoot myself, and Morbius actually made me compare it to poop. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of a shock when you're 4 movies in and none of it's good, but you're still trying to pump it out. So let's talk about why Sony is doing this. Sony is pumping out Spider-Man movies without Spider-Man. This is just due to the fact that they're trying to keep the IP. So, story old as time, I'm not really going to fully go into it, but Marvel was bankrupt back in the 90s. So they sold off some of their IPs, one being Spider-Man, which went to Sony. Sony made the original Spider-Man trilogy with it, then the Amazing Spider-Man duology, then messed up a lot and got hacked, and then ended up sharing Spider-Man, just Spider-Man, and some of his villains with Marvel, Disney. And while doing that, they are still trying to pump out solo supervillain movies for the sole fact that if they don't, they will lose the property. They also released amazing movies that have nothing to do with these movies, like Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. That's it. Yeah. And I will say, the original Spider-Man trilogy is great. Amazing Spider-Man duology is a lot better than people give it credit for, but these new movies are almost unwatchable. The issue is when you're focusing on a intellectual property without using that intellectual property, it doesn't make sense. I mean, just how I said that does not make sense. How can you be using something without using it? Well, that's easy. You use characters that are adjacent to it. So Venom's a Spider-Man villain, so that's using Spider-Man property. Madam Web is a Spider-Man adjacent character, not even a villain. Let's put her there. Kraven's a villain, let's put him there. Morbius, who probably not a lot of people heard about unless you watched the 90s cartoon or were really into comics, was a Spider-Man villain. Let's use him. They're also kind of just cash grabs, in a sense. You slap a Marvel logo on something and people are going to see it. You could literally go and see Marvel's Pokemon, and it has nothing to do with the MCU, but it says Marvel on it, so I'm going to see it. And I just said that because I looked at my Pikachu Squishmallow. But yeah, besides the point, you could have Marvel's Batman, and it could literally be Batman and Robin. People are going to go and see it because it says Marvel, or Marvel's Batman and Robin, and it could literally be Batman and Robin the movie, but they slap Marvel on it. So Sony abuses that by kind of hiding the in association with, and just flat out drops these movies. Yeah, they also know that people are just going to see it because it says Marvel, or at least they hope they are. So they don't put any effort into the script, into the casting, nothing. I mean, the best way to describe it is, I think I said for Madam Web, it felt like it was written by AI. And nobody was acting. Same with Morbius, nobody was acting. The only person that looked like they were having a good time was Matt Smith. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I think Tom Hardy's Venom is probably the best thing out of it. But that's one diamond in so much rough that you can't expect Venom 3 to be good. Yeah, it's just Sony doesn't care enough, and that's kind of the end of the story. And they are also tone deaf to not understanding what audience wants and what audiences mean. So, best example is they lost so much money on Morbius for the simple fact that people were making a meme about Morbius being a great movie, that they put it back in theaters and it made like $10. But yeah, so Sony needs to straighten up or just give it back to Marvel. Because nobody cares about a Morbius movie. Nobody cares about a Madam Web movie. Nobody cares about a Craven movie. People only want Spider-Man. Venom is debatable if done right. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell. Follow me on all my social media down below. And have a great day. It's that Nerd Ryan, signing off.